Today's viewer's choice was sent in by Joseph T. of Denton, Texas. Today's episode, and that of the next 2 Saturdays, features the Encomium Moriae, or Praise of Folly, by Erasmus. Here are Erasmus's dates, 1466 to 1536, and Erasmus is generally considered one of the wittiest men ever to write Latin. Let's take a look. Erasmus Rotterdamus, Tomae Moro Suo, Salutem Dicit. Superioribus diebus cum me ex Italia in Angliam recipissem, ne totum hoc tempus quo equo fuit incidendum amusois et illiteratis fabulis terreretur. Malavi mecum aliquoties, vel de communibus studiis nostris aliquid agitardre, vel amicordrum quos hic ut doctissimos ita et suavissimos reliqueram recordatione frui. Erasmus begins with a standard address, Erasmus Rotterdamus. These are both in the nominative and the masculine and singular. So Erasmus Rotterdamus to Thomas More, Tomae Moro, in the masculine, singular, and dative. And then this adjective suo is added here, also in the dative, to his own, meaning his own friend, suo, or perhaps suo amico, to his own friend Thomas More, S period, D period. Now this is the standard abbreviation for Salutem Dicit. Says health, says greetings, or simply hello. And sometimes this is abbreviated like this, SPD, which stands for Salutes, or Salutationes, Plurimas, and Dicit. He says many blessings or much health. It is a polite way to greet another person in a letter, and it's very common in the entire history of Latin epistolary literature. And now Erasmus says, Superioribus diebus. This is, of course, in the masculine plural and ablative, and it says, during previous days, cum. This begins a subordination, this cum clause, cum through recipissem. When recipissem me, when I had recovered myself. Better yet, when I was returning. So recipio and me, or recipis and te, or recipit and se, as you can see, means to take oneself, to go from one place to the next. So during previous days, when I had gone from Italy to England, when I was traveling from Italy to England, now we have another subordination, ne totum hoc, etc., through terreretur, and within that there is another subordination, namely quo equo fuit incidendum. So we see here several degrees of subordination. The ne through terreretur, which is a negative purpose clause, ne plus the subjunctive, negative purpose, and then within that the quo equo fuit incidendum, and finally we'll get to the main verb malavi a little bit further on. Lest this whole time, that's the subject, be wasted, worn away, terreretur, and it's the time which had to be spent upon my horse, quo equo fuit incidendum. This verb incidendum, this gerundive with fuit, the passive periphrastic, means to sit upon. The time which I had to spend sitting upon my horse be wasted away in amusois et illiteratis fabulis, that is, in artless, amusos, and unlearned stories. These are both ablatives of means with terreretur, and this word amusos means without the muse, without any art.